video, and today we're going to talk about how my college life going right now. College life is amazing right now. If you ask me, it's going good. Like, I like it. I'm loving it. And for us, like, meeting people, of course, I have friends and stuff. Even though that seems kind of weird that you say you call people your friends and you barely know them, you only been knowing them for like maybe like 5 months or maybe 4 months. So my friends, shout out to them. So college life so far is going great, meeting people and stuff. So today's topic is gonna be how a person could how could that one day turn into a lot of days with that certain person. So the first topic is about, so I'm in college, of course, and it's a new environment. You meet a lot of people, you see a lot of people, you see people from all over the world, etc., etc. So as far as like the way college is right now, it's going great. So one day I always sit by myself. I sit by myself in the morning, of course, until my classmate, Shauna, comes or whatever, so we could go to class together. So one day it was just me and Sean, sitting, and a dude, which is his friend, I ain't saying no names, okay. So his friend, come out his 8 o'clock class, and so I'm just sitting there talking to Sean, and his friend just look at me and was like, what's up? So I'm like, okay, nothing. Like, I'm just chilling, talking to Sean, listening to my music, blah, blah, blah. So, like, that from that day, it was just like, okay, I didn't know this dude would be like, I'm not saying be a big part of me, just like be in, like, somewhat in my life, for that period of time. So, from that day, okay, so that day, like back scratch that. So like we just chilling and stuff. So then like all of a sudden, he was like, oh, I happened to laugh at something. So I was like chilling, talking to Sean, and the dude was like passing by, or his friend was passing by, and I was like, dude be fresh, and every day he be looking, which means you be fresh means he always looking fresh, like nice, dressed up nice and stuff. So one day I was like, yeah, show your friend look fresh and stuff. He always be fresh. His shoes be on point and everything. So I was laughing because Sean was like, man, don't buck that dude head up or whatever. He don't be fresh. So the dude happened to like come closer to me and Sean. So me and Sean just sitting there talking or whatever. So he was like, y'all talking about me. So I'm like, no. I was like, yeah, we was. Well, I said yeah. I don't know why I said no just now. But I was like, yeah, we was talking about y'all, and I was like, admire how nice you be dressing or whatever. So as I saw it, I was like, yeah, cool dude, whatever. So I was still like, so the dude, went by his business, like, stop hating on me, Sean, blah 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 blah. So he had walked off. Then he came back, and I was still laughing, but I wasn't laughing at him. So he was like, "What you laughing at?" So I was like, "I'm laughing at something Sean had said or whatever." So he was like, "Stop playing with me." So if you know me as like as my friend or whatever, I was like, I don't care who you like, who are you or whatever. You're not about to get in my face. You're not about to think you could talk to me in a kind of way. Or whatever. I'm gonna tell you what it is. So I was like, I can laugh at whatever I want because this is a free country. I can laugh at whatever I want and whatever my heart desires. So he was like, oh, okay. So he got all in my face. So of course, me being a female, I'm not about to let no dude, no chick get in my face or whatever. So I was like, so I got up because I was sitting down, and I got up and I was like, well, you're not about to get in my face. So I said, but I don't know who you playing with, but you're not about to play with this one or whatever. You're not about to get in my face like that. So I'm gonna need you to back up. So all of a sudden, like in the midst of all that happening, dude snuck in a hug. Like I don't even know how that happened, but he snuck in a hug. And you guys, when I tell you, he smells so good. Like he just smells so good. It was like, oh my gosh, like, dude, he fresh. And then on top of that, he smells so good. Like, it was just like, yeah, like he's the perfect match. So ever since that day, he always has something to tell me. Like, he always has something to tell me when he passing by. So I could just be chilling and listening to my music. Oh, you better not be playing with me. Or you better stop doing whatever you doing and stuff and stop looking at me. So it was just like, constantly, 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 constantly. So one day I was just like, okay, let's see what's this dude problem. It wasn't, no beef or anything. It wasn't no, oh, I'm gonna beat him up or no. It was just like, let me just see why this dude always has something to tell me. So one day, um, it was just like I'm sitting by my no. So one day, all of a sudden I was like, this dude, like, all of a sudden I was like, how can I go from like not knowing the person, now I'm kind of getting to know the person, and it just was like everything was happening so fast. Okay, so it's like you just my classmate friend, and then you give me a hug. From that day forward, I was just like, okay, so this dude, this dude cool, he cool and stuff, and he cute. So I'm like, okay, yeah, yeah, whatever, whatever. So I'm calling my sister. So I called my sister and I was like, yeah, this boy cute and he smells so good, sis. And she was like, she was like, what you mean? I was like, cause he gave me a hug and everything just happened so fast. So she was like, okay. So after that, fast forward, I'm in the cafeteria, and so I'm just chilling with chilling with my classmates, my friends. Like, it might sound crazy, but my friends. So I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah. They have this dude. When I'm always sitting down, he be in this 8 o'clock class, and I be talking to my classmate Sean, and he always pass by, cause him and Sean cool or whatever. So she was like, what he look like, and she was like she was like, I want to see this guy because this dude kind of got you smiling. I was, even though I'm a smiley person, I like to smile. But she was like, he got you smiling. He have you smiling more than ever, like you usually do. When I see you. So we happen to be in the cafeteria, and I'm just sitting there talking to them. Minding my business. Next thing you know, I look and I boom, that's the dude from that be talking to my friend Sean. So I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh. So I was like, I told my friend, I wasn't panicking. I was just like, oh my gosh, there he go. Like, he's over there and he's chilling and stuff. So I was like, he by the basketball players. I was like, they might be his friends or whatever. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there he goes. So she was like, let me see what this dude look like that got you smiling.